I'm Morgan Chantella, and I'm here to talk to you today about why it's okay to be a dork. First of all, what even is a dork? It's a term that gets thrown around really often, but do we know the actual definition? Probably not. Merriam-Webster defines dork as an odd, socially awkward, and unstylish person. I've self-identified as a total dork for a really long time. But why does that matter, though? Who even am I? Why does me being a dork have an impact on you? That may be so, but it isn't just me. How about we take a look at some people from a different perspective for a moment? Let's look at somebody like Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's a famous and successful astrophysicist who's authored multiple books and hosts a radio show called Star Talk. But could he not just be viewed as a space dork? Well, wait, let's look at someone else. How about someone like Lin-Manuel Miranda? He's written 2 musicals, Hamilton and In the Heights. He's written the soundtracks to Moana and Encanto. He's won 3 Tonys and 5 Grammys, but could he not just be considered a theater dork? Well, now wait a minute. What about a woman? How about we look at someone else like Yayoi Kusama? She was a big thing in the counterculture movement with influences on the artwork of people like Andy Warhol through her sculptures, paintings, performance art, and films. She was the first Japanese woman to win the Premium Imperial, and she's even won the Person of Cultural Merit Award. But could she not just be considered an art dork? But wait, you're probably thinking, these people are so cool. How could they be dorks? This brings me to my 2 main points. First, that dorks are just success that is waiting to happen. Success can be looked at in terms of an equation. Passion plus knowledge equals success. If you have passion for something that you know a lot about, you will be successful in that endeavor. Dorks have that passion. Dorks do things like write an entire musical about a random Revolutionary War figure, or paint dots on naked people in the sculpture garden of the Museum of Modern Art, or they run the Hayden Planetarium. Dorks have that knowledge too. They know about things like astrophysics and contemporary art and playwriting. And when combined, dorks achieve things like becoming the top-selling contemporary artist in 2023, or winning the NASA Distinguished Public Service Medal, or even winning the Kennedy Center honors. Second, being successful doesn't mean you stop being a dork. Yes, it's true that some dorks, like the aforementioned ones, become so successful that they're able to convince everybody that they're cool. But they're still just as dorky as the rest of us. This just goes to show that coolness is a subjective trait. So let's go back to that original definition for a second. That dorks are odd, socially awkward, and unstylish people. And let's change our point of view. Look within yourself and reflect on the qualities that you think fit that definition, and I'll show you how I flip mine. Am I odd? Maybe. Or maybe I just spend a lot of time on causes and interests that I'm passionate about, like History Bowl or robotics. And because of that passion and time spent, I get to go to my History Bowl competition in Washington, D.C. in April. That's the national competition. Because of that passion and time spent, I get to go to my FTC regional in Utica in March, to maybe go on to Worlds. Am I socially awkward? Also maybe. Or maybe I choose who I want to spend time with carefully, and I make sure that they reflect the qualities that I want to embody, which means that I can foster healthy relationships and know my own worth. In fact, my friend gave me a bracelet with that exact phrase on it, know your worth, so that I can choose the qualities in friends that I want to embody in my day-to-day life. Lastly, am I unstylish? Maybe. We've all seen the golf sweater. But maybe I like to march to the beat of my own drum. Why should I follow the herd? I think I'm okay to stay just how I am. Besides, style is created by supposedly unstylish people doing things to make them stylish, not out of nowhere. I can count on one hand the people who have ever gotten what they wanted out of life by following what everyone else is doing. So in conclusion, coolness is subjective, dorks are just success waiting to happen, and you should never let anybody dull your dork. Thank you.